Well, that was Dawn trying to reach her boyfriend, David, who she never met. She tries 50 to 70 times a day, but she got a hold of the inspector. Now, what's inspector? What's an inspector?
Like a policeman. Like there's a detective and there's the inspector, and the inspector's over the detective.
And so he answers David's phone?
No, the detective does. The detective's with David sometimes. And he answers David's cell phone. Why?
Why would he do that?
I don't know.
Why would a detective be with David?
The only reason I could think is maybe they're trying to find out who somebody trying to get a hold of about the drugs. Where are the drugs that you were supposed to be bringing us, maybe?
So you think David's a drug runner?
Well, I don't know. I don't think so. I'd like to believe he's not, but I don't know. But I don't know why they'd have his phone.
Okay, but...
Dr. Phil, the doctor that services him in the hospital uses his cell phone to call her.
No.
The other time he was in the hospital because of the seizure, I was with you.
This is Gail, by the way. This is your sister, right?
The doctor called her to tell her...
Talk to me. You don't need to talk to them.
Yes,
talk to me.
The doctor called her from David's cell phone, from David's hospital room, and said, "We will not release this man unless you pay his hospital bill." And she hung up, and I was with her that day, and I said, "Who was that?" And she said, "Well, that's the doctor," because... And I said, "On David's cell phone?"
But no, she wasn't on David. She was on her own. I have her phone number.
The doctor from when he had the seizure that called you that day.
I have her phone number. I've called her on her phone number.
So he had a seizure?
Oh, yeah, when he was
in prison?
No, he had a seizure
at the airport.
At the airport.
How did he get out of prison?
Time he was trying to come home.
This was before he went to prison.
This is before he went to prison.
This is he went to prison once, then he went to the hospital, then he went to prison, and now he's back in the hospital. He went to jail when he killed that person.
No, he didn't go to jail.
Oh.
He was going to meet you like at Christmas, but he didn't have a passport.
Right.
And he was going to meet you on his daughter's birthday, but he didn't have a passport.
He asked her to plan a birthday party for the little girl.
Let me ask you something. If he didn't have a passport, how did he get to Turkey?
He had a passport. When he got in the car accident.
Oh, he had a car accident?
He had a car accident.
He killed someone.
Have you given him some money?
Yes.
How much?
Adds up about $30,000.
And when I found out she was doing that, I told her she was stupid. And I told her she needed to stop and just think about this. That she was making a decision that was going to affect the rest of her life. And she told me to back off.
Well, recently, Dawn heard from David's lawyer, actually, and found out some surprising news. Take a look at this.
Tonight, the night before the Dr. Phil show, David's lawyer is sending me paperwork for me to sign to have his lawyer put $4.5 million into my account. David owes me $30,000, so I'm going to take that from the $4.5 million right away. I'm hoping tomorrow on the show I'll be able to prove this is all real.
Yeah, how'd that work out for you?
It hasn't.
But she thinks it will, Dr. Phil. She still believes and thinks that it will. He sent her a copy of a check for $2.5 million that he can't cash till he goes to Scotland. A copy of a check?
You understand that this picture that you're showing, that we're showing, this picture right here.
Yes.
We don't believe that that's really David.
You don't?
Neither do we.
No, and I'll tell you why here in just a minute. But first, I want you to look at something, because you're not the first one that has been targeted, if in fact that's what's happening here. There are some typical ways that online scammers work, and it happens so much that it's known. I mean, people have built some warning signs for this. And dating deceivers often pose as professionals working overseas. That's their number one way, because see, they've got to get far away from you so they can't meet you. They establish a relationship with a potential victim. They meet you on a dating site or something like that. They usually reveal quick declarations of love. I mean, like, they got to get to it quick, because these guys are usually working in a war room. I mean, they've got a big room set up.